And I would like you to go on to lcc.edu. Let me just ask, has anybody in class ever taken the library research here? I mean, there's like some classes, if you've taken other classes at LCC, it's lcc.edu, lcc.edu. There's some classes here where they take their class to the library to do research. Has anyone ever done that here? No. Okay. So it's a resource that you are paying for in your tuition dollars. Part of it, there's like different fees in there and stuff. Part of it goes to support your access to these databases. So what we want to do is we're on the home page. There's different ways to get there. Go to the library. I'm going to go to academics, and then I'm going to click on library. You know, you could put library in the search box, and I'm sure you'll get there. So I'm going to academics. I'm going to library. And here is the library at LCC's homepage. The library is also located in the TLC building, which is directly like west of us, where the Learning Commons is. It's in the floors above the Learning Commons. But you can do all of the research that you need to do for this class. You don't have to go physically to the library at all. You don't have to use books either. You know, most of what you use aren't going to be books. Who has time to read several books? I want you to have 6 to 10 sources for your annotated bibliography. Who's got time to read 6 to 10 books between now and when it's due? That's not going to happen. You can read a section of a book or something like that. Okay. So one thing to think about as you're doing research is this idea of keywords. So they're just basically synonyms for the word. So if you're researching something, the word that I was trying earlier was vaping. So let's say that I wanted to do a research about vaping. So I type vaping in here and I click search. I'm going to get a zillion things, by the way. You can put anything you want in there. I'm getting everything the library has. Oh, it looks like I've got 72,000 results. That's not even helpful. That's not even remotely helpful. That's just overwhelming. But is vaping the only word that I could use? You know how to Google things, right? And you know sometimes you have to look at different words. So I just went to vaping and then I did a double colon and define, because whenever you put a word and then a double colon and then write define, it will give you the definition. So then I read through some of these, and the other word I heard it was called was electronic cigarette or e-cigarette. So if I search e-cigarette instead of vaping, I might get different articles. It just depends. So there are ways to get synonyms for words. You just go on Google and type synonyms and then type the word you want and you'll get synonyms. Okay, so that's too many articles. Ask you to look at the databases. All right, so this search box is going to give you everything that the library has. All the books, all the physical books, there's movies, there's all kinds of stuff you can check out for free. They might even have video games. I think they do have video games you can check out. Okay. Also, I do want to point out while we're here and I'm seeing it, this Ask a Librarian, it's 24, oh no, it's not 24/7. Wait, I think it is 24/7 is what I thought. Let's click on Ask a Librarian. 24/7, yeah. Okay, so how do I cite blah, blah, blah? So if you put your name and your LCC email in here and you put a question, like say you're trying to finish your paper and you can't figure out how to cite the Tootsie Roll wrapper, you could be like, how do I cite a Tootsie Roll wrapper in there? And they'll like help you in the middle of the night, okay? Something to remember. Not very many places give 24/7 feedback. The place to focus for this class, probably your next class too, are the databases. So we'll just head to databases here. And databases are a collection of articles. These articles, a lot of them you would have to pay for. If you've ever done research on the web and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm sorry, but you have to pay $15 to have access to this article. you might not have to pay $15 because our library might have it. By the way, here's Films on Demand if you ever want to watch a movie for free. I don't know. They might have some good ones. A lot of them are educational. Okay, the databases for this class, just check over here on the right side of the screen. I get right and left mixed up sometimes, but I think I'm correct here. Here's the right side of the screen. Any of these three are usually good. I'm not saying that you can't go and look at all of the databases. Go ahead and look through all of them if you want. You might find them interesting. But for this class, to get your research done, just staying with these three is fine. So let's just say I want to find an article about a topic. So I click on Academic One file. Okay, so we get these boxes here, and here's the part where you get to do your research on your subject. So let's say that I was going to research domestic violence. Oh, there it already fills it in for me. If I put domestic violence and research it, it's this one, put it in quotes for me. So as you can see, there's quotation marks on either side of it. There's quotation marks on either side of domestic violence, right here and right here. So only articles that have the words domestic violence together are going to show up. If I search for domestic violence, and this is true on Google as well, if I search for domestic violence, I'm going to get a lot bigger results because everything that has the word domestic in it is going to come up and everything that has the word violence in it is going to come up. If I put quotation marks, only those two words. But again, you have to think about your keywords and are you using the right search terms? And sometimes, like that's one thing you could use the reference librarian for, is to ask, what other search terms could I use? Or I can't find an article about this topic. Down in this area, you see some selections, which are for full text documents. I definitely, at this stage of research, would be clicking that one because you don't want something where you can't read the whole article. Peer-reviewed journals, that's for, we don't worry about that in this class, but if you take English 122, they're going to ask you for peer-reviewed journals. That means that it's been vetted by a group of professionals. I don't need a document that contains images, but so let's just say full text documents. All right, somebody give me a topic. You guys can't think of a topic? That's too, okay, that's good, but it's too broad. Give me something bigger. Okay, well, let's just try sports. Sports. Okay, that's my keyword. I'm going to get a zillion results. All right. So I've got 45,000 results. It's too big. So now give me something about sports. What about sports? I don't know anything about sports medicine. Okay, sports medicine. See what I get. Oh, good. I went from 45,000 down to 5,000. Oh, here's one. Artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and sports medicine. Sports medicine. Maybe I want a particular sport. I hope I spelled soccer right. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, I got 13 articles. Women's football. I think soccer. They mean soccer, yeah. Injuries in men's professional football. Okay, findings in medicine. Soccer having no cognitive impact. ACL injury in elite female athletes. Oral contraceptives include knee joint. I don't know how good any of these articles are, but that's a focused enough search that I'm getting something. If your request is too focused, you won't get anything or hardly anything. And if it's not focused enough, you'll get tons and tons of stuff. Let's see if I get anything for the decline of white oaks. Where have all the white oaks gone? Okay, you get my the basic idea. So I'm going to click on this article. Where have all the white oak gone? So I get this full article. Maybe I can use it in my paper. I might need to keep it. Maybe I like it a lot. All right, so you see these different tabs here. You can email it, you can print it, you can download it. Now, the very sweet thing about the online library is that you could get the citation. The stuff we were doing, they'll do it for you. So just click on Cite. and you pick what you want. So I say MLA 9th edition. It's going to give me this. You can see that it doesn't look like the ones we were doing. You can leave it how it is, or you can take the URL out of it, whatever you want to do. But if you keep it like this, I'm good with it. This is good enough. It's got the guy's last name first. It's got everything's in the proper format. Things are italicized when they're supposed to. When you go and cut and paste it into your paper, you might have to mess with the fonts, and you might have to make it the same fonts as the rest of your paper, etc. If you want APA, you just click on that and it will give you the APA version. Okay? So download, print, etc. Make a file, save your articles as you do your research. And yes, one of the things I ask for is primary research. I haven't really talked about that much yet, but primary research is like statistics and basic documents and information that has not been interpreted by someone else. So like census information and so on. Okay, that's a basic introduction to the library.